Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Super Bowl 101, Super Bowl 59 postgame show. Uh, Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni are world champions, and a frustrated Patrick Mahomes. They tormented and frustrated Patrick Mahomes while Hurts made all the plays the offense needed. So much for the Kansas City Chiefs' quest for a three-peat, a Super Bowl three-peat. It wasn't even close. Cooper DeJean got a pick six on his 22nd birthday. Josh Sweat pressured Mahomes all night, and the Eagles routed the Chiefs 40-22 on Sunday to secure the franchise's second Super Bowl championship. Uh, Hurts threw for two touchdowns and ran for a score and a tough push to earn Super Bowl MVP honors. And Vic Fangio's defense was so dominant that the Eagles didn't need much from Saquon Barkley. The game-changing running back finished with 57 yards, breaking Terrell Davis' record for yards rushing in a season. Playoffs included, threw for 221 yards. This is the ultimate team game. You can't be great without the greatness of others. Great performance by everybody. Offense, special teams. Sirianni said, "We didn't really ever care what anyone thought about how we won or their opinions. All we wanted to do is win." Uh, Hurts d- doubted since the game. Hurts doubted since the game was really not even close, and the Chiefs just struggled, but they got 22 points out of it, and uh, I do apologize. I'm having some technical difficulties, some technical problems with this my computer tablet here, and I'm trying not to get so frustrated here. And but this Super Bowl was definitely a blowout, uh, and let me just get back to where I left off here. Once this comes back up on the screen, but they really did struggle. Uh, Uh, Hurts had been doubted since he started for Alabama in the national championship game, was benched for Tua Tagovailoa at halftime, finishing second to Mahomes in MVP voting 2 years ago. Didn't quite silence the detractors. Uh, Now he's hoisted the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Sirianni, who mocked his fans chanting "Fire Nick" during a victory over Cleveland in October, and was called a clown on national television. National television also quieted critics by adding a championship ring to a coaching resume that includes the fifth best winning percentage in league history. Things come right on time. The last time around, it wasn't our time. It wasn't my time, and sometimes you have to accept that, and you have to wait your turn. Said Hurts. Said Hurts. I do apologize for this. This is some more technical problems again. Uh, and boy, but they did. All right, I'm getting it back on the screen. Uh, I'm waiting for this to come back on the screen here. I'm trying but yeah, this Super Bowl. But Philly just. But okay, now I'm gonna get. I do apologize for all these technical problems. I'm trying to recap this for all of you, and and there. And now, as I was saying, uh, uh, things come right on time. The last time it wasn't our time, it wasn't my time, and sometimes you have to accept that, and you have to wait your turn. Said Hurts, who nearly led the Eagles to a victory against the Chiefs 2 years ago in Arizona, when Donald Trump becoming the first president in office to attend a Super Bowl. The Eagles outplayed the Kansas City Chiefs in every facet, delighting a, a race. Raucous pro Philly crowd that celebrated each score with a familiar rendition of Fly Eagles Fly. Even Taylor Swift's presence couldn't help the Chiefs. They lost for the first time in 10 games this season with pop superstar in a suite with the pop superstar in the suite, watching boyfriend Travis Kelce, who didn't catch a pass until late in the third quarter. Uh, the and but Taylor Swift was in a suite, but that didn't help the Chiefs as much. And but and once again I do apologize. I'm having these technical problems with my computer tablet. It's been kind of doing something fluky, and I'm trying to, but I'm waiting for this to come back up on the screen here. This is my kind of my teleprompt screen here. So just you're gonna have to, but yeah, but and Travis Kelce, he just was not catching passes until late in the third quarter, and he did, I think, catch one in the fourth quarter, I do believe, and I do believe uh, 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 now as I was saying, uh, when Donald Trump becoming the a flag was flying, even Taylor Swift. Yeah, and he did snap. And Travis Kelce did not score a pass till late in the third quarter. Not Kansas City's worst nightmares. Could its fans have emerged such a lackluster performance? The Chiefs had won 3 of the previous 5 Super Bowls, losing 31-9 to Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 4 years ago. Mahomes was 8-0 against Fangio's defenses before the longtime coordinator and former Broncos head coach outcoached Andy Reid, capping his first season with his hometown team. Reid fell to 3-3 in Super Bowls, including a loss with the Eagles. The Eagles sacked Mahomes 6 times, the most of his career, including 2.5 by Sweat and 2 by Milton Williams, and they did it without Fangio calling a single blitz. Defense wins championships, Hurts said. We saw how they played today. We saw the difference they made in the game. They gave us opportunities, gave us short fields, and we're able to do what we do. I'm sorry. This is really making me frustrated here, and I do apologize for all of this because I'm trying not to be so frustrated. But this was a Super Bowl that was really, uh, I mean, it was fun to watch, but yet it was a blowout, uh, and but I know a lot of people are happy that Philadelphia won, and I think, and and so. Now back as I was saying, uh, Barkley, the 2024 AP NFL Offensive Player of the Year, only had 31 yards rushing in the first half when Philly built a 24-0 lead. The Chiefs were aiming to become the third team in NFL history to win 3 straight championships and the first to three-peat in the Super Bowl era. 2 years ago, Mahomes led a comeback, and Harrison Butker kicked the game-winning field goal in the final minute for a 38-35 victory over the Eagles. Mahomes rallied Kansas City to an overtime victory over San Francisco last year. That's a great football team, and we had to come out and play our best, and we did, Sirianni said. This time, a revamped Philly defense featuring 8 new starters from the 2022 team made sure Mahomes had no chance to pull off his magic. Sirianni was showered with the Gatorade nearly 3 minutes left in the game, while backup quarterback Kenny Pickett took snaps in a mop-up duty. Today was a rough day all around. Nothing went right. I didn't coach well. Proud of our guys for fighting. We will learn from this, Reed said. Too many turnovers, too many penalties against a good football team. Can't do that. Berkeley helped push Hurts into the end zone from the 1 to give Philadelphia a 7-0 lead in the first quarter, up 10-0 after Jake Elliott's 48-yard field goal. Sweat and Jalix Hunt sacked Mahomes on consecutive plays. Mahomes then rolled out and made an errant throw that was picked by DeJean, and who returned it 38 yards for a 17-0 lead. When you have a great lineup, front makes it easier on the back end. And when they take the runaway, and it allows us to get the pass rush going, DeJean said. It was Mahomes' first pick 6 in 21 career playoff games, and ended with a streak of 297 straight passes without an interception. We didn't start how we wanted to. The turnovers hurt. I take all the blame for that, Mahomes said. All-pro linebacker Zach Bond picked Mahomes again late in the second quarter, and Hurts connected with A.J. Brown on a 12-yard TD pass for a 24-0 lead. Hurts threw a perfect 46-yard TD pass to Devontae Smith to make it 34-0 late in the third. Mahomes fired a 24-yard TD pass to Xavier Worthy to avoid the shutout, but the two-point conversion failed. He threw 2 late, mostly meaningless touchdown passes, one to DeAndre Hopkins and another to Worthy. After 2 weeks of discussions about questionable calls that led to public perception that officials favor the Chiefs, and a theory that NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell called ridiculous, the first penalty of the game only fueled critics. 32-yard pass from Hurts to Brown to the Chiefs on 18 on 4th and 2 was negated by a penalty for offensive pass interference. Brady, now a Fox analyst, and officiating analyst Mike Perea both disagree with the call, although Brown shoved Trent McDuffie's face mask. On the next possession, the Eagles benefited from an unnecessary roughness penalty on McDuffie and against Dallas Goedert following an incomplete pass on 3rd and 5. Hurts then connected with Jahan Dotson on a 27-yard pass to the 1 and scored on the next play. Hurts' streak of 217 passes without a pick ended in the first half when he was intercepted deep in Kansas City territory, but the Chiefs didn't capitalize. The Green Bay Packers are the only NFL team to win 3 championships in a row, doing it from 1929 to 1931 and from 1965 to 1967. The NBA Los Angeles Lakers from 2000 to 2002, led by Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, are the last team in the major American professional leagues to win 3 straight titles. So there's been some teams that have done it, but I gotta tell you, it was I'm gonna give out the game balls real quickly to the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 17 of 22, carries and attempts, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That was on the passing part of it. Jalen Hurts on the rushing end of it, 11 attempts, 72 yards, 1 touchdown, and Devontae Smith, 4 receptions, 69 yards, 1 touchdown. So. But this wasn't. I took Philadelphia, and I won this game. And as I said, Jalen Hurts was the MVP. They enjoyed hosting the Lombardi Trophy, and Saquon Barkley was so excited to win his first Super Bowl. Everybody was happy, and I think Kansas City will be back in it next year in the playoffs. But we're hoping for 2. Let's see if we can get 2 different teams in the playoffs. But the Philadelphia Eagles are the 2024 Super Bowl champions. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Super Bowl 101, Super Bowl 59 postgame show. I want to thank everybody for joining me on Sunday for all of the podcast of 6 segments I did leading up to kickoff. And now this, the Super Bowl 59, Super Bowl 101 59 postgame show. And I'll be back with one of my regular podcasts for a while now, later on this week or this weekend. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.